We pride ourselves on being intelligent, ingenious, thoughtful, most clever of all creatures. But it's not true. My name is Radha Chaddah. I'm an artist and a scientist, and I do large-scale projected light installations and fine art photographic work. I was born in Owen Sound, Ontario. It was a pretty idyllic place to grow up. My parents are both immigrants, my mum from England and my father from Africa, India originally. My family is sort of divided, one side on the arts and the other on the sciences. I always knew that I wanted to sort of bring the arts and the sciences together, but I didn't know how. I remember studying neuroanatomy, and I had a professor, Derek Vanderkooy. I did well on my exams, and he offered me a job. I was the first person in the lab using human embryonic stem cells. And at that time, it was very contentious. It was forbidden in the United States. So that was my project. But what really captivated me through this whole journey was just peering into this microscopic world that was so engaging and so inspiring. And the trade-off that I made for doing the research that we needed to publish our paper actually helped me to just exist in the lab. So that was the deal I made. I'll do this work, but I'd like to have access to the laboratory as an artist. We are in the basement of the Medical Sciences building at U of T. So we are preparing to coat the samples so that we can visualize them inside the scanning electron microscope. Now what happens inside the machine is fantastic. First we create a vacuum in the chamber, then we fill it full of argon gas, and then we run a current through the chamber.
That charges the gas, which now glows pink. Charged gas peels ions from a gold bar inside the chamber, and that coats the samples in an ultrafine layer of 24 karat gold. Then we put the samples in a scanning electron microscope. After that, we bounce electrons off the gold coating, and the pattern of the bounce creates an image. That's how we get a picture.
So the aesthetic part of me and the curious part of me just kept going. So I would go into the microscope room with my samples, and I would come out 7 hours later, and I had a set of amazing photographs. And so that's when I really knew that that was my bridge back to the arts. For me, I always have this urge to make the microscopic realm bigger and bigger. The pandemic shut down all of our activities, but as creators, we felt the need to keep going. I wondered about the shape of COVID, about the pathogen, and how it gains entry to human cells and its life cycle in general. I just decided one night in the summer to fire up my projector and blast these molecular models over the grass and this massive 200-year-old cedar and see what it looked like. And it was this amazing depth and something right away that I could see was magical. So I've been working on a project lately. The piece is called EM, it means now, and it's an immersive dance installation. And so we use projected light to create a light stage that's about 80 feet wide and 50 feet high and 50 feet deep. And I cast onto nature, my favorite surface. The piece tells the story of COVID in 4 material realms, going from the micro to the macro. So it's really about how everything is interconnected, and we cannot separate ourselves from this fabric of nature. The story of the virus in the molecular realm is riveting, it's fascinating, it's moving because it's supposed to be. What I saw was an interspecies cooperation between humans and viruses because the virus can't get into cells by itself. It's a human molecule that brings it in. People, when they watched it, they said, wow, I feel like I have a new way to think about COVID. And that's one of the reasons why I really love to take this microscopic work and blow it up as big as I can and invite humans to experience that reversal of scale, because I think that it helps us reframe our thinking about our place. Maybe that way that can help us to be more contemplative and thoughtful and considerate and caring with nature.